Hi guys, my name is Kristen Paula and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about my querying stats. This is going to be a part one of 4, maybe 5 updates as we go along the querying process. Disclaimer, as always, I am an unagented writer, which means I have not yet successfully queried and gotten representation from an agent. So that means if you don't like the advice or the things that I talk about or the advice that I give, that's fine. You totally don't have to take it, but when you do, if you jive with it, welcome. So before we talk about my stats, we're going to talk about what a query is. So a query is a one-page letter that you write to prospective agents to try to entice them to eventually request materials and then hopefully sign you. The query includes things like information about your book, such as the the title, the genre, the word count, things like that. It also includes a small section of a bio that is your About You section, and then of course it talks about your book. The point of the query is to get an agent interested in your writing and get them to request pages, such as partials, fulls, and then, eventually if they like everything, they request a call with you. I will link some resources down below about where I learned to write my query letter from. So, my querying stats. I have been querying for about 8 months with this one particular manuscript. Over the course of 8 months, I sent out 26 queries. Out of those 26, I received 20 rejections, 1 partial request, and 5 closed no responses. Unfortunately, that partial request did turn into a rejection, but hey, it was cool to, get my first partial request from somebody. So close no response means that the allotted time on the agent's website has passed. Not every agent is going to respond to you, even with the rejection. Some are just no response means no. So most agents have anywhere, they'll say on their website, they'll say, if we have not responded in 6 to 8 weeks, please consider it a no from us. So those 5 closed no responses that I had were 5 agents that did not respond in a rejection or a request, but simply they timed out past their allotted, 8, 12, 16, however many weeks the agent put, and they were not interested in my project. So my one partial request puts me at a 3.8% request rate. Previously, we were told to aim for a 10% request rate while querying agents to know if your pages and your query were working. However, querying is a bit of a hellscape right now, and it has been since about the start of the pandemic. There are tons of articles and blogs about it. Again, I will link some resources and some fun facts down below about people talking about why querying is so out of control right now. So from what I have seen on Twitter and AuthorTube and, just different types of author resources, I have seen people saying that like a 5 to 7% request rate is kind of where things are right now. So I'm currently, like I said, at 3.8. So my personal goal is to get up to that 5% request rate, whether it's for partial manuscripts or for a full manuscript. I have yet to have a full manuscript request from an agent, but fingers crossed. So where do we go from here? Right now, I am currently editing my manuscript. My one partial came back as a rejection, and it showed me, and I got no other requests. So it showed me that my manuscript needed some work. So I entered QueryFest, I got in, and me and my mentors are currently working on my manuscript. Once it is done, I will go ahead and dive headfirst back into the query trenches. The timeline for that is like mid-October-ish. That's when when I'm going to plan to start querying again. So I'll probably do another 20 to 30 agents. I don't do them all at once. I'll do them in, smaller batches, break them up over several months, and then we'll come back here and do another update to see what my request rate was before, that 3.8, and see where it is now to see if it's improved at all. I have about 75-ish. That could be a total lie. I'll have to check my notes. Anywhere between 75 and 100 agents that I have researched meticulously that I think would be interested or at least represents the genre for this particular project. Once I hit those 100 agents, if I don't find any more that I think are either interested in the project or I am interested in working in, I will shelve the manuscript. I'm hoping I don't have to, but it is always, sometimes it does happen. Sometimes we query a book, it doesn't go anywhere, we have to shelve it, and we need to work on a new project. So comment below, what's querying like for you and what is your current request rate? I would love to see some author tubers who are currently and actively querying in the trenches like I am, to see, where everyone's request rates are, to see if that 5 to 7% still holds true, or if the querying landscape has gone back up to that 10%, or even if it's a little bit less. I love to see what's happening for you guys. That's all for my querying update today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.